Hello and welcome everyone to Diablo 2 Resurrected Hardcore 100x-ish monster density. We say 100x, it just caps out at whatever the area allows for it to be. We are playing a traps and today we are in Act 5. We made it pretty far last time. Okay, we found the angelic mantle. Let's see, I believe we got a waypoint before I ended things. Yes, the crystalline passage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where we get chaos. Hey, Bikoni, how's it going, man? We're level 46, so we're doing quite well, obviously. Bring the armrest down already. And he's dead. Ooh, a circlet. Maybe we get something good. I'm doing all right. Yeah, it's a little warm out today. Went dug up a stump. It was so fun to do. What a necro skills. So close. Honestly, probably better than what we have. Now we lost a little bit of resistances, but that's fine. We'll just use our next couple of levels to fix that. Yeah, use the excavator to dig out a stump, and man, that little excavator takes you for a hell of a ride. Who needs a carnival when you have a mini excavator that just bounces around? I think it has absolutely no chill with it. It's kind of awesome. So you if you move swing the arm left or right, you just, the whole thing just keeps going. I don't think I found Anya. No, I did not. I managed to just smash my thumb in my my mixer cup. Like I flicked the lid down and crushed it, and it actually cut me, which is kind of astounding because it's just plastic and it's not sharp. But kind of hurts, not gonna lie. It was kind of the dumbest way for me to hurt myself, I think. I'll take it. I have to go to Home Depot at some point today. I'll grab a couple of hoses because one of the ones in my bathroom is leaking, because why wouldn't it? You know, I have these anti-leak hoses. I assume they're also overseas as well, but essentially it's braided stainless steel hose. It's got a little rubber gasket in it, and it's supposed to not leak. Well, it swivels above the connector. And I have such a hard time with these hoses. They always end up leaking around the swivel. Doesn't matter how tight or loose it is, it eventually leaks. So I looked under my sink the other day, grabbed more toilet paper like one does, and it was soaked. Just a puddle of water. I was a little annoyed. And come find out that was the reason why. It's actually not bad. What do you have? Twitch though, yeah, Twitch is better. For the doggo. How you doing, Levi? Oh yeah, what time do you have it scheduled for? So I'd like to tune in if I can. I mean, honestly, the Umbral Disc is just kind of good. All res 15 though. I could work towards that, actually. Oh, well, I'll just put all 5 in. Oh, we also had a Pelta Lunata. Nice. We have a 17% chance to block. We're doing great. I should probably work on that. 1900? All right. I'll try to make a note to tune in for you. I try to make Tuesdays the guaranteed Diablo 2 day. It's just, the schedule's been so chaotic, man. It's about to be even more chaotic as we move forward over the next few months. With the house rebuild for my friend, redoing the roof. Hopefully we can knock that out fairly quickly in just a couple of days. But it's just gonna depend on what all it takes to get the trusses redone. Because I know some of the trusses are bad. Like, it's not even a question. Nope, just realized fade wore off. Damn it. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, essentially I have to completely tear off a roof to the point of down to the trusses, so take off all the decking as well. Get down to the trusses, replace some of the trusses because some of them are rotted. So rebuild those, put new decking on, new shingles, or new underlayment, new shingles, new fascia for the front, new drip edge. It's gonna be a long process. I mean, I'm capable of doing it all. It just sucks. I also have a video that I'll be doing because I will be building a ladder lift using a winch. So hopefully that will help some people if they ever have to do this garbage as well themselves, where they won't be, you know, killing themselves trudging shingles up onto a roof. I just have to get said ladder. And then actually do some welding. Ooh, I think I don't do a whole lot on stream or on video. I think I've done one video where I weld. I know I started a series rebuilding my trailer, but I never actually produced it. Probably should eventually. Unfortunately, the wiring for the electrical isn't recorded. Which is why I probably won't. It wasn't because that was a, oh shit, I have to use the trailer real quick thing. So I just did it and I didn't have time to bust out a camera to record it all. Amazing how that works. Man. Discord. Is that you? Yeah. Just let me know what you got, man. I mean, technically, I'm supposed to be retired, but people keep dragging me into work. But yeah, I'm always open to new things. Great home, 3 sockets. 1 socket, not what we need. Door, ooh. We're still on player's ace. We're still getting quite a lot of drops here. I would love to eventually have enough money to where I could pay someone to put roofs on houses, because I really hate doing it. It's a terrible, not fun thing to do. Like, so for the roof I'll be doing, like if you were to pay someone to do it, that's not me, you'd be looking at almost $30,000, which is just way too much damn money for a roof, in my opinion. Like, I feel like it should be like 10 grand, because materials alone are only 3,000 to 4,000. Like, it's not that much. But then these companies charge ridiculous amounts just to do the work. Ugh, what all are they having to do? Jesus. Like, a roof should not cost a tenth of the house, you know? Almost everything. Are they having to replace any trusses or just mostly decking and such? That's astounding that it needed to be replaced then. Did the previous person just like completely screw up the install? That'd be my assumption at that point. Here, Neelathok did this to me. He was such an asshole. Should probably start grabbing like weapon block. Well, the roof was good up to the point that there were a few leaks and whatnot. There should be no leaks at only 11 years. Jeez.
Thank
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing. Whenever I do a roof, I make sure to put all the hurricane clips in, make sure that if I don't see any hurricane ties, add those in at the same time.
Can I help you? I can't use this yet.
Comically, I don't have enough dexterity for that. I'm curious. Can I do a sword and a claw? No. It's worth a try. Come on. Maybe. I guess. Well, let's see. I did not mean to go back in there. That was weird. We can do tomorrow if you want. Wednesday, 2 p.m. One of my hard drives, my NAS, my network attached storage died yesterday. So frustrating. While I was playing Megabonk, I kept hearing this like beep, 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 and I was like, "What the hell's?" So I went into my closet behind me where all my network stuff is. And I started looking around like, "Oh, it's my damn NAS is going crazy." So after the stream, I pulled it up, and sure enough, it's yeah, it's just stopped reading that one. Let me see if my web's up in. Yes, that should be. Okay. If we need to do another day, not a big deal. At least, not a big deal for this week. After this week, time is not my friend. I didn't pick you up, did I? I didn't mean to. Like, unfortunately, we may have to kind of stop all streams for like a week, which I'm not a fan of. That's why I haven't been releasing all my prior streams, like for as scheduled videos this week, because I want to make sure I have enough to kind of go out for the next week to kind of make up for having to work. To the Glacial Trail. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, pretty flexible, obviously, so. Keep it moving. It's always funny when I get comments like, that doesn't look like 100x, like, there's very few parts where it is 100x. Yes, that is true. But putting it to 100 guarantees that it maxes out the monster spawn density that it can have. So it's a start. I guess I should start grabbing these. Like, it's as close as we can get. And someone was saying that there was a mod previously that like actually fully filled the map, and that's kind of awesome. Unfortunately, that was from the original D2 days. It does not exist anymore. This is the best we can get for increased density. Now, I do want to start doing the one for only champions, but I don't know how that will go. It's so weird that the YouTube censorship algorithm just really does not like you, like, most of the time. I don't understand. It censors your messages for no reasons. Like, the day it censored the word it. Like, why did you do that, YouTube? That's just rude. Oh, the traps. What was that? Bathroom? Yeah, we'll grab it. Broadsword, Tear Rune. And thing, all these potions are dropping even with graders completely disabled. So we only have supers dropping, and it's still just a ton of damn potions. Probably don't need that charm. We'll grab it though. Sanders Rip Wrap. We have multiple. I think that's like the second or third one that we found. Yeah, I just spent another, much to my dismay, almost $3,000. Well, no. Yeah, $3,000 from the AC units for the houses. 2 for his house and 4 for the one that I will be essentially flipping or possibly moving into. I have not decided yet. I mean, it's a possibility that I could. Would have better internet, but then I don't know. Like, the place I want to get, I don't have the money for. So that's an issue. If I sell this place, I would have the money for it, assuming it's still for sale come that time. If it's not for sale, then it's like, well, maybe I do just move into this other place. But it's a lot of money. You know, it's about $1,200 a month just for the mortgage. And so I'd have to figure out a way to get an extra $1,200 a month. It would leave me not a lot of wiggle room for free money, you know. Send a calendar invite to a Zoom meeting. Sounds good. You can just do JoeMartinMVC@gmail.com. Very simple email. It's been a long time since I've done a Zoom meeting. Hello. I will take that. I think the last Zoom meeting I did was back in 2020, 2019. It's been a little bit. Yeah, you know, we'll take it. We'll toss it in there. I mean, most stuff I do nowadays is usually face-to-face nowadays. Now that I think about it. I have a photo shoot I have to do on Friday. Photo shoot, 3D tour, aerial photos, all that fun stuff, you know. The business I should actually like advertise. I'll take good I'll make sure to move out of my way. Take some extra photos for advertisement purposes for myself. Post them on my Google listing page, my Facebook page, because I just have forgotten to do that for years. I mean, this is just chaos. I'm kind of surprised at how well the assassin is doing. Like, she's just kind of walking through this. I'm not paying a whole lot of attention, which is honestly surprising to me. Trying to survive that hardcore mode that I did not get a chance to do. Yeah, I mean, I should probably do like a full vanilla run eventually, just to see how far I can get in vanilla, because with 100x density, you do actually get a slight benefit by having exorbitant amounts of experience. Dex 14 in energy. I mean, that's just better. Don't get me wrong, I like my angelic set, but that was not needed. 38 defense, man, that is the ultimate charm there. We'll hold on to that. Never hurts to have that. I don't think we need that one. Nope. Should probably hold on to some of these. Nah, that one's fine with 9 to life. All right, well. It's nice when you don't have to hold on to charms or anything. Oh yeah, I played a ton of vanilla, a tiny bit of hardcore growing up, but not very much. Nowadays, it's pretty much all I'll play. Oh jeez. Hey, wristblade, we'll take that. You know, once we start getting like $2 skills, or if we can find some Bartucks, that'd be nice. Sadly, I had one set of Bartucks, but they were in the stash tab that's now gone. Also, this may end up being the last 100x stream that we do. We'll have to see how tomorrow goes, because they're talking about doing a huge release, which could change everything for the game. We'll see. If that's the case, I'll have to figure out how to play older versions. I kind of do in a way, but I just embrace it nowadays. And I remember when I was playing Diablo 3 with my brother and a friend, they would always get mad at me, like, because I want to do hardcore. Like, look, it really sucks when we put in 12 hours in this character and it dies. Like, you're right, it does, but it also kind of makes it a little bit more fun. They did not agree. Like, it makes you actually have to be careful and calculating. Which normally in Diablo 2, you just kind of like run in head first and it's not that big of a deal. But when you only have one life, it becomes a much bigger deal. Patience is a virtue there for sure. It's usually the reason I end up dying or misclick. Because I try to rush in and like, nope, can't do that when you have 100x density just coming to slaughter you. Evil Urn, open it. So I kind of want to do the only champions mod, but I have a feeling I will die a very painful death if I do. Yeah, like if I decide to play Diablo 3, and I may, it would only be story. It would not be going through Torment and all that. Like, to me, that grind isn't fun. And a lot of games nowadays just aren't good. As sad as it is, like, I've gotten very lucky lately with a lot of new games I've been playing. Like, they've been very fun, very good. But there's a reason I've dropped some games I was very excited for, like Dragon Quest Heroes 2. I've been excited for that for years, and it was terrible. Lords of the Fallen, I really wanted to enjoy it. I tried. Even with Caleb's help to, like, make the game better, I still couldn't enjoy it. And the combat itself, the combat was fun. I enjoyed the combat. The issue was the map and the layout. When I can't tell where I'm going because everything looks the same, that's not a fun game. Where I just go in a circle for hours on end, literally. Where there's so little direction on where to go that I could not figure it out. I even like tried to use a guide and I couldn't figure out where I needed to go. That should tell you something. Torment 6 was just not enjoyable at the very beginning. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Gotta mute. So I bought this awesome mixer cup that just auto, like, it's a little blender bottle type thing, and it's amazing. I could see that. Like no more having to shake, 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 but it is a little loud. So if I run it and not mute myself, you guys hear it. And it did not sound good when I tested it. I was like, ooh, yeah, we're gonna hit the mute button on that one. Like, let's see what happens if I do it over here. How bad is it? Okay, you actually can't hear it. I did adjust my noise gate a bit to make sure things were a little bit better in that regards. Because I noticed that there were a lot of sounds that were being picked up that really shouldn't have been, so I took a few minutes and adjusted things a little bit. I always try to get the audio to be as good as I can for you guys. Audio is a big thing to me. Like, I feel like people care far more about audio than they do video, so like, people can put up with you know, some stutter or a garbage camera, bad lighting. People aren't going to put up with bad audio, though. All right, to the Ariat Summit. All right, all of them were dead. All right, this is going to go probably terribly. And Telek has some fire res there. All right, they're dead. Exactly, and I try to keep myself sounding pretty good on here. You guys are the judge of that, but people have not commented saying that my audio sounds like complete garbage, so I'll take it. And people are pretty honest on the internet, so if it's bad, I'm sure they would tell me. Yeah, no, just saying. Yeah, I put some good money into my sub to make it sound good. Like, the microphone alone is way too much money. But the thing I like about this microphone is the beacon microphone. The whole reason that I went this route is it's essentially an XLR class microphone that's USB, and it has the mixer software on the computer, and it's amazing. So I don't need like 14 different pieces of hardware just to do one job, you know. Now I do have a Mix Create as well, which is their audio mixer. I just picked that up not too long ago because of comically Tales of Zillia, which I have also dropped. Anyway, because sometimes mute buttons don't work for hotkey mute buttons. So this gives me a physical mute, and then it works. Because I blew out everyone's eardrums when I finished off my smoothie one day, and I felt terrible. Because it was right in the microphone. It was bad. Nice, and picked up some boots. Ow! Don't hit me. Alright, what do we get? Another niggle ring. We're just gonna drop that. I don't want it. I don't even want it in my inventory. I have yet to find a Ravenfrost. Found multiple SOJs. No Ravenfrost yet. Kind of surprising, actually. I do also try to have like camera be good as well. Hence the for a long time I was using a mirrorless camera hooked to a USB HDMI to USB adapter. But now I just use the Insta360 link. It works great. I can have it follow me. Much smaller profile, doesn't overheat. Because I actually had some issues where my camera was overheating previously, and that was incredibly frustrating. This thing never overheats. The Doggo Cam that costs way too much money, just to have a camera that follows this around. The camera that is there is better and more expensive than the camera that I use for myself, because he is more important. I tried to use the Insta360 link for him previously, but it can follow humans, but it has nothing for following dogs. Whereas Obsbot created software that can actually follow pets as well, which is kind of nice. Thinking I may actually need to turn the AC on, and that's kind of ridiculous. Just saying. I went from literally freezing and having to use my propane heater to I'm considering turning the AC on. Like, I have the doors open right now with the fan sucking in air, but it does not reach down here. Level 51. We're doing pretty good. Claymore. Make sure he already had clue gloss on, and he does. So we're good there. Still haven't found a 3-socket Great Helm from yet to make a cure, but we'll get there eventually. Give us a bit more block. Did I just time that perfectly to where it ran out as I was casting it? That's kind of awesome. Right, let's see what we can find for the waypoint, because we'll probably do a couple of bail runs. Not sure how long I plan to go for today, but it's fine. I just want to get at least some Diablo 2 in. Try to stick to some of a schedule. Yeah. Easier said than done, sadly. So next week we probably won't have any streams really, unless they're late night streams, which is possible. It's going to kind of depend on how I feel at the end of the day after being up on a roof all day. Modding does make a difference. It really does. Like, the fact that I'm level 51 is just because of the severe amount of enemies. Like, I know I'm going to be exhausted by come the end of the day, so I don't know if I'll have the energy to actually stream. But we'll see. Like, as fun as it is, streaming does take energy. Because, well, like, even though I am just me, like, I don't pretend to be someone else, it's still a show that you have to put on, you know, if that makes sense? Like, you can't just sit here and be like, no one would watch that. Also, I'm pretty sure I'd fall asleep if I did that. No, I should not be laughing about that, but jeez. I mean, it is funny. There are worse things. Actually, I've been making enough power that I've turned my hot tub back on for the first time in 2 months. So, might get to enjoy that and relax that after a long day at work. Hop in, just let it, you know, let all the muscles relax in the hot tub. Be so good. That's what we got it for. But I mean, we got it to actually be an energy sink for days like today, where if I didn't use it, I would have my solar panels would have ended up turning off because I made too much power. My batteries were going to get full. So just use water as your battery, essentially, in a way. School bus came down my street in my cul-de-sac. That's weird. They haven't done that in 35 years. I know because when I was going to school here, I had to go to the back gate because it wouldn't go in the cul-de-sac. Huh, that's weird. Right? Very. I had an expectation when I opened up that camera, and it was not a school bus. Also, I just bought 6 mini split AC units. I don't know where I'm going to store those. It takes a lot of space to store those things. And all of my sheds are full. This is an issue. I can't have the kids walk. That's way too much, man. It's dangerous to go alone. There's no sword to take this with, so... Actually, it wouldn't surprise me if one of those kids walked around with a sword, but that's a whole other situation. Well, that's a lot of charms I should do something about. I saw a video the other day, a short that someone posted like, oh, we just found this new skip to skip Bale Waves. I'm like, Mr. Llama did a video on that like 3 years ago. That's not new. I don't know if they've actually fully figured out how to do it, but it's not a new glitch or skip. Like, we've known about it for a long time now. And it was by Cooley. He's one of the big Diablo 2 guys, you know, so how is he just learning of that or making a video just now? Kind of weird. I've never done it, but I know it exists.
Good afternoon.
We'll hold on that one. That was pretty nice. I don't know why I pick up all these. Obviously, it's not a good idea. That was actually not bad, but... I should do some vanilla runs soon for people. I may not have a choice, actually, soon. We'll see how it goes, you know? Conversion's gonna make this take forever. Ooh, an amulet. Please. Thank you. 4, 5. 1 to druid skills? Hell yeah. No. I forgot I found an Eye of the Eldritch. Something that's really adorable is gets super excited for the mailman. Absolutely loves him. And so the different mail carriers, because there's a few different ones that'll come sometimes because my mail guy's unfortunately retiring in September. He's been my mail carrier for literally 32 years. He's an awesome dude. But he knows the sound of his truck compared to the other mail carriers, and he will lose his mind to go say hi to Bruce. And it's really adorable. So today I was outside when he was coming out, so it's how he comes, sits between my legs, and just waits until Bruce comes to a complete stop and opens the door, and then he just launches towards him, just like doing that really cute cry whine that they do to say how excited he is to see him. So adorable. Oh, down a potion. He really is.
World stone. What power?
I figured that he was retiring soon because like he has not been as common on the route lately, so I assume he's taking a lot of like his his PTO and all that he has. And he confirmed today that he is indeed retiring.
Brotherhood is no more.
I wouldn't. Alright. With him defeated, give me one quick moment. I'll be right back. The floor is so wet where it was. Alrighty, we're back. Grabbed a drink as well. Had to bring everything inside. Alright, let's I don't think we need to do another bail run. I think we're more than strong enough. So let's just go to Nightmare. Bum bum ba da 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 dum.
Good day.
Now we're not quite maxed out on the resistances, so I guess I need to put a couple more points in.
Good day. There's
I don't recall if I think I did the Den of Evil
never seen
normal. If not, whoops. Yeah, we're still more than strong enough for Nightmare right now. Perfect. And so with the expanded synergies, it did kind of make these traps a little ridiculous. I'm not quite a fan of how strong it is because it is a bit cheap. But I can't go through and change. I don't know how to. If I did, I probably would just set it back to at least most normal. Maybe a tiny bit stronger because it's like the primary skill I'm using, but... But Wake of Fire does struggle to take care of you through even like Act 1 Nightmare, normally. Welcome back, Is. Thank you, my arm needed that greatly. Supposedly it is 97.1 degrees in my office according to the mini thermostat that does not actually work. It's actually about 80, which is much warmer than I want it to be, but it's fine. We'll work with it. Also, we're still on players 8. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how well this is going. I'm sure I'll soon go down to players 1 or something, but in the meantime. I had to grab drink balls up. It was just, I said, it's getting warm. So we grabbed a Spindrift. Maybe if I shot them out enough, they'll be like, hey, we'll sponsor you to drink more of it on stream, and I would happily take that. They don't have to pay me. They can just like give me the drinks for free. So I give them like $100 a month. I want to say it's more like 40, but still. It's a non-zero number that I pay for their drinks every month. Recurring from Amazon. Just got some in today, actually. I wish I could have them not use conversion at times. Like disable that temporarily. The second conversion wears off. Dead. Hey, a Ralvern. I'll take it. I'm still surprised that the Foden was the one who made it through hell. Like, I really did not think he would. But he did, probably because he has such good range. And obviously, the fact that, you know, Holy Bolt hurts everything, you know, that's required. Like, I know for a fact that a Hammerden would not make it. You have to get way too close to enemies for it to work. The nice thing about Wake of Fire is the ridiculous range it has as well. Like this AoE. It's gonna make clearing this out annoying. Jeez, the second came off just got stabbed in multiple different ways. Actually, we'll hold on that one. It's not great, mind you, but yeah. Damn mouse, I need to fix that again. Wonder how many clicks it's gone through since I replaced these buttons last time. It's been a few years, so I don't remember. I think I was in this house when I did it, so it's been within the last 5 years. I just realized this is the longest I've lived in a house, like as an adult. Because once I started buying houses, every 2 years I would be buying a new house and moving. Because I don't know if you can do this everywhere, but in the state of Florida, every 2 years you can get a mortgage as a primary residence with only 5% down. So it makes it very easy to afford to do a down payment on a house because you only need 5%. You can do that every 2 years. You have to live in it for a minimum of 2 years. It's your primary residence. And after that, you can rent it out, sell it, do whatever you want. I mean, you can sell it before then too, but so that's what I was doing. Is every 2 years I would buy a house, renovate it, rent it out. Buy a house, renovate it, rent it out. Buy a house, renovate it, rent it out. And so I got very used to living just in like a construction zone of renovation hell. So it's very odd to me to like live in a house that's not in constant construction. I mean, mine still currently is. That's a whole other discussion. There were bigger plans for this trailer than what I ended up doing. A whole other discussion, yeah. One monster left. Oh shit, where is it? Where was the one converted enemy? Because I know that's what it was. Like originally when I moved in here, I'd planned to strip it down to studs, do close-hole foam insulation all throughout, and then put all new drywall in, put a new roof on, insulate underneath, all the fun stuff, make it, nice again. But then I was with a girl and I thought that we were going to buy a house together and move, and got her cheating on me, so that didn't happen, obviously. Hey, there he is, dead. So that obviously didn't happen.
The rogue's test is done.
And then after that, I was like, oh, well, I'll just build my own house here. So no point in doing more work here. And now I'm thinking that I might just buy a project with a lot of acreage and go that route. I don't know. We'll figure it out as time goes on. It all just costs money. That's all. So I've got the house that I'm buying here. Technically I already have. Just have to do the quick claim deed, all that fun stuff, or depending on how we're gonna do all the paperwork on it. Got that ready to go. Could move in there, but I don't know. I think I'd rather just fix it up, sell it, and get the house I actually want to be in. Well, the house itself not so much, but the house would be a compromise, essentially, for the land, the privacy. It's just one of those things. Was it Hellrin or Ralrin? Don't know where it was. Well, something. Oh, it's just Ralrin. I mean, that's the joys of being able to do all the work, yourself. Is you can buy an absolute garbage house and fix it up to be better. I don't want to say like perfect because there are some constraints there, obviously, but I can make it a nice house that's well insulated, that maintains temperature, that's comfortable, energy efficient, and has enough room. That's something I'm capable of doing. Ooh, that was some damage. Ow. You should heal that off. Oh, we need to follow the yellow brick road here. Stony Field or Burial Ground? Stony Field, perfect. And now we have archers, which I need to be terrified of, because they are indeed archers. I guess what I'll mainly do is I'll just kind of keep an eye out over the next like 3 months, see if that property sells. If it does, then I may move in there. I don't know. The property itself isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's got a 1-car garage, which I hate. It's got half acre of land, which is decent. It's already fenced in, so I don't have to worry about that. It has fiber internet, which is a massive, massive plus, obviously. That's sad. Hard to say. Because if I sell the place, you know, that's if I live there, it's a net negative of $1,200 a month, minimum. You know, probably closer to $1,500 with, you know, bills, of course. If I sell it, it's a net almost $1,000 a month positive for me in my dividends, just depending on how much I sell for and all that fun stuff, and how the market's doing when I buy. And then I could also then take out the margin loan to buy the other property, which that will have essentially no cost associated to it because I'd be buying it outright, no mortgage. And so it's one of those things like, well, do I go that route? And then just use the money from the dividends to fix it up, which will cost me about $15,000 to fix up, of course. Everything. Oh, there goes my mercenary. Everything always costs about $15,000, sadly. We need him. Just went in a large circle. I know my brain tells me the smart thing to do is sell the house, take the money, and, you know, keep moving forward in that regards. But I cannot put into words how much I do not like the place I live in currently when it comes to the comfort of the house or anything like that. Like, the fact that this office is about 80 degrees right now is not good because there's pretty much no insulation in the ceiling, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Like, you know, most houses you can just hop up in the attic and put more insulation in. There's no attic. It's a trailer. Those don't exist in trailers. Ew. So the only way that I could add insulation would be to put a second roof on and put insulation in between the two roofs, which is very expensive to do. Also not the easiest thing. Really, you shouldn't do it on a trailer because of weight distribution for what the trailer can actually hold. I'd have to go into the engineering side of it. We're not going into all that. It would be fine, but it's not what you're supposed to do. If you do it wrong, it could be too heavy and then cause everything to collapse and you die, you know, no big deal. We try to avoid that usually. Most of the time. Oh, he's dead. Again. Eventually we'll go through the town portal.
Good day. I need mana.
You have mana, don't worry. And of course, selling property always takes time as well, which is frustrating. So, you know, it could be, say, 6 months before the property sells, before I have the money. If that property's sold for sale in 6 months, maybe they'll take a little bit less than the $140,000 they want. That would be nice. Get it for like 110, 120. Especially with the amount of money that we have to put into it. Oh, well, I said we'll see how things go. What I decide is first I have to get the other house up and going before I even start to do repairs on this one. Okay. UPS is here. May have to grab that. Yes, it is. Thank you for letting me know he's here. Thank you. Hey, I see him. Who needs a doorbell when you have a German Shepherd, right? Doorbells are overrated. Thank you. Good boy. Yes, you get a treat for that. All right, sit. They're shaped like little fishes. It's kind of cute. Good boy. These are wild Alaskan salmon, Omegas EPA DHA. They were free. Courtesy of a UGC thing that I did, where they just wanted photos of the dog with treats for free treats. And I was like, yeah, we'll do that. It's like 40 bucks for that little tub right there. They actually smell pretty good too. I can argue with that. Alright, things are starting to get a little sketchy. Things are able to hurt me now. And my mercenary died again. Damn it. Okay. No wonder I'm not recovering.
Good evening.
Be my posse here. Alright. Let's keep it moving, boys. Well, actually, girls and one boy. Singular boy. Not multiple. Just Kasim. The rest are girls. The other thing is, like, if I were to move into the other house and then, like, oh, I'm going to sell it, it's a lot of work to move all my stuff multiple times. I have a lot of stuff that I've accumulated over the years. One of the big ones being, you know, my solar farm, because I would be moving that, and I don't, like, I only want to move that one more time. If I move it, it sucks to move. Solar panels are quite heavy and not fun to move around. So if I move them again, I want it to be to their new permanent home, not a place for like a year or two, you know? That's a minor detail, I'm sure. Because if I do move it, then I have to build new arrays and all that fun stuff. Because it's not like I can take my current array. It's very much concreted into the ground. I mean, if I permanently move away from here, I will pull the 4x6s out of the ground, but I don't think I'd be able to reuse them. I mean, that's a possibility, I guess, but it'd be nice. But I would also build a different style array next time, too. So I built a tiltable array, which is really awesome, and it works great. Come to find out, I don't tilt them much. I could just set them at one tilt and be good. Though next time I go to do it, I am going to dig out around where I'm doing all this. So that way, and then put down like a weed barrier and gravel. So that way I don't have to mow right there. It really sucks mowing under them. That's the main reason I tilt them right now, is to mow under them. I mean, it works, don't get me wrong, but that was not the original plan with that. It was so that way I could get optimal solar energy from them. Come find out, not a concern. When you have an exorbitant amount of solar output. And when I get done with everything and have like my full solar farm, I won't know what to do with all the energy. I can run all the things I want and never run out of power. Which is a good feeling, by the way.
Greetings. Oh, very.
Like the goals are bring in about 130 to 140 kilowatt hours per day. Yeah, we can hold on to that one. That's fine. And even with a house that I like outfit with a lot of extra stuff, I won't come close to using that amount of power. So that's where the BMS comes in to make sure that everything is properly charged and that automations run to not overcharge batteries, all that fun stuff, because otherwise it gets super dangerous. But the goal is to have 4 sets of Tesla batteries, or what's that, 85, 170, 340 kilowatts of power, of storage, that is, sorry. Storage power, same thing. And at 340 kilowatt hours, even if the sun doesn't come out for a week, with the amount of panels that I will have, I might have to go into emergency mode if it goes on for over a week or something where I don't have enough power, you know. And that's with charging multiple Teslas, running the hot tub, everything. Like, oh, we might just have to unplug the hot tub for a couple of days. Okay. Like, that's nothing. Because right now I have around a 15 kilowatt hour system, which is a lot. Like earlier today I was bringing in literally 15,000 watts of power. I picked up a Great Helm. The goal would be to bring in double that. Or possibly more, just depending. And we could always bring more in. Because if I have too much power, I mean, that's not a big deal. I just add another inverter and I let it curtail itself if need be. I will take having too much power over not enough power any day of the week. Because like, just a couple of weeks ago when it was so cold, I could not run my heat and be comfortable in this house because I would run out of power. Because this house, and it wasn't because like, oh, my heaters just use so much power. They use very little power, actually. It's just this house is such garbage that it can't actually maintain a temperature because it's open at the tops and bottoms. You guys heard me bitch about that a lot, so I don't need to go into that. But once I build, my actual house I'll be staying in, it's going to be properly insulated and sealed, so that way wherever temperature I want to set it at, my mercenary died, I just set it there and we are golden. It will maintain temperature far easier.
Hello.
I have to go to the shop here in a little bit once Josh is done doing his videos for the day, so that way we can put in the custom piece of transition piece molding that I made yesterday for him. Got to glue that in at the shop, make sure everything's good there. Do that here after this stream. I think we're fine at the moment. What did we get? We got Mahimok. Garbage. Always garbage. Heard something drop. Grand Charm, Ambrune. Take that. Thank you. Yeah, having an efficient house is a huge thing for me. So like, one of the things I've done to essentially have unlimited hot water and not have to worry about power is I use a heat pump water heater. It uses like 600 to 1500 watts of power to heat up the water tank. Granted, yeah, it takes a while. So if you were to use all 50, 60 gallons, really sucks because I don't have it to where the emergency strips turn on. But it uses essentially no power to do this compared to the like 6 to 8 kilowatt hours per day that a standard water heater uses. Kind of amazing. Yeah, the mini splits I put in for AC use 500 to 1500 watts of power per head. So yes, you can actually use a lot of power, but if you have an efficient house, they quickly and cheaply get the house down to temperature or up to temperature, and then they just ramp down. They don't use a whole lot of power to maintain it. It's wonderful. Like, household efficiency is something I'm very, very big on, and you have to have a good house for that. But one neat thing is, I will have a lot of videos I can make for people with these houses I'll be doing stuff with. So there's that. You guys get more DIY content. And who doesn't love DIY content? That's the real question. Exploding Shrine? Don't worry, blowing up is good for you. At least I haven't found the waypoint yet. We're actually lagging a little bit, and that's kind of bad. I look forward to the day where I can actually multi-stream again. Be real nice. Oh, I already grabbed the waypoint. Man, that's way down there. Okay. Hi, everyone. That's terrifying. I took some damage from that. It's nice I can just like toss a trap in and just let it do the thing. Like that. The temptation to turn the AC on is very high, though. So I have to go, like, close up the doors and windows. Actually, that'd be fine. Boop. Alright. AC's on for this room only, because it doesn't seem like any of the cooler air from outside is getting in. Because I have the front door open, so it's bringing cool air from one end of the house, hits the front door, and doesn't actually make it in here, because my window is right behind my computer, which means an absolute, oh my god, get out of there, nightmare to try and open. So I don't actually get the benefit of like air pulling through the whole house, just half of it. Hindsight. I didn't put my my computer in the best spot for that. Because beforehand, like, I used to open this window, then open the bathroom window on the other side of the house, put my fan in, and it would just pull air through the whole house. Creates actually a really nice breeze. And it still does with the front door, just not as good. Because it doesn't reach this part of the house I'm in. Yeah. He should be healing from Kasim here. Where is he? His aura puts in a lot of work to keep me healthy. Man, I love traps. Glorious. That's a very weird sentence to say, and I kind of regret it, but it's fine. Just did not want to let me cast through that door. That was weird. Yeah, I forgot to check to see if that video posted. Whoopsie. Been doing some small UGC stuff for videos. It's only 10 bucks a video, so I'm probably not going to do it for much longer because it's just not worth it. But they are Amazon Associate videos, which is kind of nice because I haven't been putting a lot of content on there. So like it lets me put stuff on there and it makes a little bit extra money having the Amazon affiliate thing. Essentially with the Amazon Associate videos, if someone makes a purchase after watching your video on the item listing, you get a percentage of that. It's kind of neat. Oh, I can feel that cool air immediately. That's wonderful. Feels so good, actually. And death? Oh, not too bad, actually. Sometimes you walk in there and it's just absolute nightmare. And my mercenary died. Io rune. Nice. Grab all the gold for the mercenary that keeps dying.
Almost covers the stench.
Almost. Not quite. Still very stinky in here. Oh, that's a lot of charms.
Good day.
Thank you, Kasha.
Good day.
We don't need another one. Sure. One to barb skills? Yeah, no. Just in case we lost some of y'all. I think we lost most of them, actually. Well, we'll probably call this stream quits once we finish Act 1, like usual. We'll see how many times we get kicked out of the game once we get to the jail, of course, like usual. In normal, we could not get through to save our lives. Just kept crashing. Hate that area. I wonder if I have any construction adhesive left. If not, I need to pick up a tube for him to glue the transition strip down. Free throw room. Take that. Now, with all the drops that you see on the ground, I want you to imagine what it would be like if I also had gold enabled. A, it would be maxed out essentially 24/7. B, it would just be terrible. Wouldn't be able to see anything that drops. I did not want the kite shield, actually. Or the heavy crossbow. Hello, string of ears. We will take that for sure. What do we got? We got 10-15, I think, I mean... 10% magic. 10%. It's not a good roll, but hey, I'll still take it. I guess I should pick up more potions. All the exploding potions that have no name because of the... Oh, where'd a rune drop? What was it? Amrune? We'll take it. Because of the loot filter. You know, my AC may actually freeze up on me in a moment. That's not good. Yeah, we'll do this thing. So... here's the thing about mini splits. You have single zone systems, which is what most people see. And then you also have multi-zone systems, which are where you have multiple heads tied to one outside unit. A lot of people think like, oh, that's the way to do it, so that way you don't have a whole bunch of outside units, outside condensers and all that. No, it's terrible, actually. So whenever you have a multi-zone system, the different heads are different ratings for BTU. So 9,000, 12,000, 18,000, 24,000, etc. And the outside unit is rated for a maximum BTU load. So in my case, it is a 27K unit. So it can have 3 9,000 heads on it. The thing that most people don't realize about these things is you must maintain a minimum of 50% load on this system, or else it will freeze up. So when you're running multiple mini splits, let's say you have a 4-zone system, you must have 2 zones running at all times, or it will freeze up because it will have too low of a load on it. And when it has too low of a load on it, essentially it tries to put too much Freon to one head, pressures go too high or too low, etc., and it freezes. And it's terrible and very annoying. Right now, I only have 1 head running because why not? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just to try and cool off this office. So there's a non-zero chance my AC will freeze up in a minute. Whereas if you just do multiple single zone systems, you can turn just 1 on and it doesn't matter. Also, when you have a multi-zone system, if you turn only 1 head on, you also run the risk of, but you also just use a lot more power running just that 1 head than you normally would. So like right now it's using almost 2,000 watts of power when it really shouldn't be. Okay. But because it's weird that it brings me out of fade, but because it has no way. That's weird. YouTube just kind of dropped out there for a moment. But because the system has no way to only run it up for 1 head, it's putting out about 13,000 BTUs of power to a 9,000 BTU head. So it's an issue there in that regards because it uses more power to do that than what it should. So it's also inefficient to run a multi-zone system with only 1 head. Of course, I didn't know all this information when I first put this in. Like I understood mini splits more efficient, how they work, all that, but I didn't understand to what extent some of it was. Sure. And now that I understand a little bit better, there are things I would do differently. So for example, with the house I'm buying and the house I'm working on, I'm putting 4 mini splits in per house, 1 per main room. So 1 for the living room and kitchen, 1 for each bedroom type thing. It's also more efficient because you can have 1 room, say a room you don't go into often, set that to say 75. So you're not wasting a whole lot of power to keep that 1 room cool. Whereas normally you're trying to cool the whole house to 70 degrees or whatever temperature you set it to, and it wastes a whole lot more power. It's just better all around. The one downside is it does use quite a few AAA batteries because you have to replace the batteries in the remotes, but I will take that hassle any day of the week. And you can always use 1 remote for all the units. It's not needed to have a remote for each one, but it's like if one dies, you just go to take 1 from another room and you're good. Not a big deal. Like a lot of people think it's a big issue. Like, no, really isn't. Just grab a different remote. If you have 4 units, guaranteed 1 of them will be working. But yes, invest stock into AAA batteries at that point, or get some rechargeables, Just keep on rotation. Rechargeable batteries are your friend. And they make some really good... Oh, God, ow. What? Ow. What hurt me? I don't want to be in there. Something did some damage to me there. Oh, the maggot layer is going to be terrible, isn't it? Amp damage. Ow. Causes pain. So I haven't found a 3 psychic great helm. It'd be kind of nice to have, actually. Yeah, you can start to see how much fire res these things have because they're surviving for quite like multiple passes of my traps now. I may have to spec into lightning soon. Alright, time for Crash City. Let's do it. Oh, he died again. Damn it. Can you stop doing that? Very frustrating. We need you to stay alive. Maybe I should give you the string of ears. How much do you keep dying?
Good day.
Actually wasn't bad, but... Ugh. Yeah, we might respec here after, maybe after Act 1 we'll respec, I don't know. Alright, how long till we crash? That's the question of the day. Let's find out. Doesn't it have more AoE now? Radius 2.3 yards. No, it does not. Yeah, well. Would have been nice if it went up with levels. Not great, not terrible. This area's not particularly great for traps, that's for sure. Convenient conversion right there. Take it. And then the smith dies immediately.
Mouse. This should be a Charcy.
Maybe we can start to finally get some good rolls on these wrist blades. That'd be kind of nice if we did. Just saying. Hopefully soon we can start doing the podcast again. That'd be nice. I would like that greatly. But yeah, with Josh being busy with you know, Valentine's coming up because it's his busiest holiday, being owning a flower shop. I understand. And he's had a lot going on as well, so he hasn't been able to make the time to come out here. We've talked about doing some pre-recorded ones to put out for y'all. I'm not a fan of that idea, but I'll still do it. You know, that we can just kind of get some going, get him comfortable with it, you know, and maybe get him more excited to actually do it live. Yep, we're just gonna... Oh, no wonder. He's dead. We're just gonna hop on out of here.
Stay a while and listen.
Did they all die? They may have.
Hi. Oh,
Hi there, I'm Charcy. Yeah, we know who you are. Don't worry. Hey, you guys quit shooting me. It'd be great, actually. Oh, that's terrifying. Probably shouldn't have stayed in the doorway there. But I was like, well, if I do that, then they can't all come through and kill me. But they still have bows. Bows hurt. Bows, bows, bows! You know. It's like the boats girl. I like how the pews there, or those beds, wherever they are stopping my traps from doing damage. It's real cool. Appreciate it. It's real wizard of you. Just saying. I like how you guys can summon through walls, but I can't. Wish I could. Then again, it'd be really broken if I could. Spawn traps through walls and kill all the enemies. 10 out of 10. Best way to do it. For sure. Alright. Level 1.
Try and cage me, demons.
I mean, doors are your mortal enemies, so they might win if they did. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Yep, 100%. Didn't take very long. The second I hit level 1, crash. He really loves to spawn enemies out of bounds in the jail. There's so many out of bounds areas that it can do it into, which really sucks. All right, let's try it again.
Good day. Good to see you. Hi. Oh,
That's what I need for it. 37. All right. Boop. All right. Round 2. That was a terrible run to get there, too. It's a very long map. Man. Alright. Yeah, that does not do much at all. Jeez. Definitely has high fire res. Can't argue that. I'm still here for a minute. Well, at least it kept my map coverage. That's not, doesn't always do so. Map progression, that was the word I was looking for. Doesn't matter if I grab charms or anything. It's not like I'm going to keep them, so. If your enemies that don't have super high fire res, this is great. They do, it kind of sucks. Like the shamans. Like Windvex the Sharp. Kasim, you don't need to walk in there, bud. Damn it. Okay, he's down. Yeah, we'll use that instead.
Yes.
hello.
Well, now we need to kill some time so we actually keep that. Damn it. Funny thing is, if I put it in my stash, it can actually cause severe corruption, so we're going to not do that. Made that mistake before. Let's see, 3:30? Yeah, probably about time. If we crash again, we'll just set it to players 1. That's all. Not if we crash again. when we crash again, because we will. I wonder what I got in the mail. I did not order anything yet. It's a UGC item, I know that. I just don't know what it is. I'll have to open the package later and find out. Yeah, that's dangerous. Let's back up. Kinda hope we keep that.
Try and cage me, demons.
So we'll just go back to town, chill here for a little bit, heal up. Try to force the game to autosave without actually, like, save and exiting. Okay, increase monster density. Disable. Install mods now. Let's see, did we lose that circlet? Probably. You can see the progress bar at the top there. Top right. I hate doing it because, like, it's a very difficult area to go through, so it's great to have the increased density there for gameplay, but I mean, I made it 10 feet in. I can't even go a different route to avoid it. All right, let's do it. 1x monster density. So all those say, oh, well, it's not that much of an increase. Look at the density now after doing this. Well, we have a circlet on. Which one? Ah, we kept it. Yes. Okay, cool.
Yes?
He's dead, but that's normal. Yeah, so look at how few monsters there are now. Like, this is nothing. Said I don't like going down to single, you know, removing the mod to get through here because it's a difficult area to go through, but because of the crashing that occurs, I don't have much of a choice. Like, there's just nothing here. Is it 100x? No. No, it's not. Not in most areas. Some places, yes, actually it is. But a lot of people think 100x means that, like, that group right there, there'd be 100 times more of them. No. That's not quite how the mod works. What it does is increases the number of spawns capable on the map. Or not capable, the number of spawns on the map. So, like, for example, instead of only one monster spawning here, you get, you know, up to 100 spawning. That's what the density mod actually does. And it's pretty close. I mean, I would say it's easily 20 to 40, give or take. So it's always funny when people are like, oh, it's not 100x. Like, it's more than you think it is. I promise. But, like, it's not going to take that group of 5 skeletons and make it 500 skeletons. No, it's going to make up to 100 more monster packs spawn in. That's all. Yeah, this is just rude at this point to them. Like, this is just a joke to go through. Nope. Here, what we'll do is we'll beat Andariel with 100x density, and then we'll go through, do the run again from Catacombs 2 to Andariel with the 100 on normal density, so you guys can like really see what I mean when I say it's very much increased density. Maybe not 100, you know, because sometimes there's not 100 available spots on the map for them to spawn in. Because a lot of maps do have a finite number, but some do have up to 100 spots. So I don't know the exact numbers, obviously, but I do know it goes pretty high up there. No, that's not it. Let's get through here. Come on. There it is. All right, we're out of the jail. Here, let's do this. So just kind of keep what you're about to see in perspective. So you have 4 enemies there. You have Bone Ash. Another like 10 here. 15, so 20 enemies in here maybe? Right? How are you still alive? Okay, so we're gonna save and exit. Exit Diablo 2. Increase monster density, which as we'll show off here. You can't see it because where's Doggo Cam? See, set to 100. Install mods. Like I always try to, I do this at least once per character. Like I show this off. What do I have? 5 emails. Service. Oh yeah, you paid $3,000. Order confirmed. Can you please give us serial number? Sure can. I'll do that after the stream. Your package was delivered. Great. What is it? I have no idea what this package is. All right, now we're ready. So you saw that. That was like 20 enemies in there, right? All right, so now we go back to the inner cloister. All right, before we even get there, we have more enemies right here than we did in that whole section before. All right, so we're off to a good start. So, oh, it's not 100x density. Yeah, okay. It's up there. Wherever the number is, it might be 30. Because there might only be 30 available spots to spawn here. I heard a charm drop. There it is. But it's a whole lot more than like 3. Right here alone, there's more enemies than what was on the whole map previously. So it's always funny when people say, oh, it's not 100x density to me. Like, when was the last time you played Diablo 2? Because, like, in my head, yeah, it's like I go, yeah, it's a couple more enemies, not that big, not that many. No, it's actually, it's a lot of enemies, a whole lot more. Like right there were 7 or 8 additional spawns of shamans. You've got Ghost Pack, you've got more shamans, you've got whatever those things are, Tainteds. You've got, I think I saw Skelebros in there. So what people don't realize is 100x density is across a whole section of map, not in one tight cluster. It's not a group of 5 enemies becomes 100 enemies or 500 enemies. No. It means there's up to 100 more spawns of enemies. I can tell you, like, if I set it to 10, compare 10 to 100, it's a notable difference as well. But yeah, I will say, like, to me, I don't notice how, like, yeah, it's a lot of enemies, but I don't go, oh yeah, that's so many more enemies. When people say, oh, it's not 100, like, yeah, it's a couple more, I guess. But when I actually do a side-by-side of what you just saw, no, it's a massive increase in enemy density. So maybe it actually is closer to 100. I don't know. So I don't know how many spawns are allowed on each map. I don't know how I'd even get that info. But setting it to 100 guarantees that it does max it out. Assuming no map has more than 100. There might be some that do. I don't know. I'm not a wizard. I don't know all the technicals. I just know how to install mods. But that's my my rant for the day about that. Usually I go on that rant at least once, but usually not to that extent. That was just the perfect time for it because of the crashing. Hello. Okay, I want to do assassin skills. Yeah, that's just better. That's not. We definitely have max resistances now. Be better if it was, 2 or 3 to assassin skills, but we'll take it. Yeah, like right there, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 3. That's either 5 or 6 spawns. It's hard to say. So I don't know if champion packs like that count as 1 spawn or 3 separate. You keep in mind that all of these essentially spawned in at the start of this map when I walked in. All right, level 2. Let's find the waypoint. Actually, using all my stat points. That's rare. I always have a terrible time trying to find Lamasim's tome. I don't know why. Can never find that damn thing. What's this up to? Ridiculous damage. Got it. Unable to go through the door again, like usual. Doors are my biggest enemy, I swear to God. Maybe I should try to find a teleport staff. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Not having any luck so far. Once we do find this waypoint, though, I need to go to town and sell all the garbage I've got. I just pick something up. A lot of grand charms. Maybe we'll get a 1 to traps charm. Worst part is I had like either 2 or 3 1 to traps charms before the stash foobar that happened. Those would have been really nice right about now. Also, we're still on players 8 and just burning through everything. Quite literally, since we're fire. Alright, one of you put a trap in there. That's kind of awesome. Wish I could do that. Ooh, hello. Another Eye of the Lich. Well, I mean, that's fine. It's not a bad thing to have. You guys really don't like to die, do you? Well, so much for that Eye of the Outlet, huh? Very well. Doesn't usually crash in the catacombs. But, you know, there's always that. That happenstance there. That opportunity for it to do so. Bum, bum. Did I lose my window assassin skills? Okay, no, I didn't. Oh, wow, good timing. Beep, boop, boop.
Good day.
Hi there, I'm Charcy. Nothing good, huh? Very well. Alright, now I have to get through level 1 again. Let's see if it kept my map. At least I know where level 2 or level 3 is. It's kind of nice. I heard a rune drop as well. I guess it was just the charm. Alright, all of you. Chill out. Go away. And he's dead. That's not what was supposed to happen, man. You're supposed to survive, Kasim. That's your one job. And to keep me alive. So I guess it's actually 2 jobs. You stay alive, I stay alive, we all alive. Because if I die, you die. If you die, I don't necessarily die, but we're going to have a bad day. You might get fired. Okay. At least it kept the map.
Like it down here.
Neither do I. But we're here, and now we have to endure it. I do look forward to the day where I can set up like a full-on like studio office type thing and have like really good sound quality for no reverberation, have the whole room just like set up to be soundproofed essentially. Or there's no reverb, it's just cleaner that way. Beep, 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 beep. I mean, this room does pretty well. I've got acoustic panels left and right. I've got curtains in front of me, which that obviously helps. And put carpeting tiles down under me. But the behind me is all open. I don't need to go that way. And that does lead to actual quite a bit of reverb that can occur. It's not too bad. This microphone does a really good job of cutting a lot of it out. So there's that. You know, we can get $1 skills that way. Of course, we can't use it. I don't think the $1 skills is more important than the other things it offers, so probably not. But it's a consideration at least. I didn't want that. Alright, let's not crash right here again. Please? Thanks. Appreciate it. Hey, we'll toss a few traps up there. Then we just chill for a moment and go forward. Oh, hello. And those son of a bitch. Stop doing that. God. I don't want to have to go to 1x density again. They'll be so dumb if I do.
Not here.
Good day.
Of the shadows. Was this round 3, 4? It's frustrating is what it is. Worst part is I'm like 98% sure that's where the those are test gloves. I'm 98% sure that's where the waypoint is, so I have to go that way if I want it, and I do. So, but then it's still an issue. Like if there's a crash that occurs near on the way back from the waypoint, you know that's an issue. Wait, hell, damn it! We need 3 sockets, not 2. To make a cure helm for him. Don't get in my way, sir. You know better. Really didn't need that door open, just saying. Ew. Hey, these guys have so much fire res. You can tell they're supposed to be immune. Also like how it just refuses to keep that map for us. It's fine. I mean, at least we haven't lost anything awesome yet. But there's always that possibility. Oh, yeah, we don't have great gloves, do we? Yeah, you know what? One of martial arts will take it. Come on. Quit crashing. Quit spawning enemies in places where they can't be. It looks like you guys may get to see 1x Catacombs density regardless at this rate, you know. Not because I want to, but because I don't have a choice. All right, screw it, we're doing it. That's not what I want you to do. Go away. Single X density, huh? I said it's not what I want to do, but for whatever reason, the Catacombs are just being a pain in the ass today. So now, you saw how many enemies there were. Now pay attention to how many enemies there are not. Once this finishes up here. Boom, boom. How far back did we go? I got some stuff.
Hey,
Good day.
Oh, one pack there. Woo! All the enemies. Oh, more enemies than usual here.
I don't like it down here.
Ran into almost no enemies on the way down. Whereas the halls were completely packed previously. This room was full. Not anymore. Like, the game feels oddly empty on single density to me now. Yeah, that's really annoying that the waypoint's right there, because that's... I have an idea. We're going to do this. Kara, sweetheart, have a teleport staff. Wow, that's rare. First try. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, I've never had a teleport shopping experience go that quickly. All right, so now, don't do it. I missed the button. Yeah, I've never had a teleport staff shopping experience go that quickly. First try? Like, hell yeah. I expect that to take like 10 minutes, not immediate. All right, install mods. Let's not miss the button this time. All right. Takes like 30 seconds each time because I have so many damn mods. So many. Eventually we'll do that one. It's hard to read. That's fine. It's meant to be that way. Ow. I don't like hiccups. They hurt. All right. He's just creepily staring at the kids playing outside. Way to go, Wiz. The best part is he's like completely silent most of the time. And so he loves to just creep up behind people and just like kind of lower his head and just like stalk you because he's creepy, aren't you? And then people turn around and see him and lose their absolute minds, as I feel is appropriate. All right, so now what we're going to do, go to Catacombs level 2, teleport right here, done. Hopefully, no more crashes. Yeah, you guys. But seriously, both the jail and the Catacombs had crashes I could not get past. It's so dumb. But it happens sometimes. It's just the nature of it when you're playing with mods, you know. Let's not be in there. Poor life choice. I don't need to be part of that. Not at all, actually. traps do the work for me. You know, if traps didn't have that little bit of delay, they would be so much more overpowered. Could you imagine if you just like hit the button they immediately started casting? It'd be amazing. No, that's not it. Nope, that rogue did not have a good time. Shouldn't do that. Really, really should not do that. I mean, I do bring everyone with me when I teleport, so there's that. So maybe it's not super dangerous. All right, level 4. Perfect. Now let's bug Andariel. Again, we're still on player's 8. It's kind of ridiculous. Nope. All of you can just kind of chill right there. Let the traps do their thing. Thanks. They take away from my traps. I didn't realize that. Huh. Yeah, maybe we will do that mod. We got an amulet. Okay.
Death becomes you, Andariel.
All right. Bug time. So just come talk to Werewolf. Go east. Save and quit.
Greetings.
And now she will always have her increased drop rate. Yay. Just like that. All right, we're going to do one more Andariel run.
Good day.
And then that will be it for today.
Greetings.
Greetings. Stay a while and listen. Stay a while and listen.
Welcome back.
Nope. Nope. Nah. We don't need any of those. Or those. Yeah, it's not the best run ever to her, but it's not terrible, I guess. Like, it's not too terribly dangerous for me to teleport just because of the amount of minions I have, but it's definitely still dangerous. Probably shouldn't do it. I like to live life on the edge sometimes, you know? Okay. Alright, let's take her out now. Where is she? She's way up there. Oh, no, it's a circle. Look at that. What do you have again? Hey, kind of suck. And she's down. Ring and amulet? Nice.
Greetings.
Yes?
Good. Garbage and garbage. All right, so with... Hey there, Caleb. With Act 1 done, that's actually where we are going to call it quits, because I do have to go to the shop and install some molding, all that fun stuff. So, as always, if you guys like the content I'm putting out, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all new content that comes out. And until next time he's gone, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful day and or night. Bye-bye for now.